Alright guys, our news says here, top XRP validator. Don't forget those with you and your XRP journey once this happens. Right? We spent so much time staring at charts, looking at regulatory updates, and tracking institutional money moving through the ecosystem. But right now, something deeply fascinating is happening behind the scenes of the XRP ledger community. It has nothing to do with the green or red candles and everything to do with human nature, absolute loyalty, and what happens to people right before a massive fundamental shift. A prominent XRP validator right here, known to everyone on X as Vet, recently put out a statement that sent shockwaves through the community. It wasn't a price target, and it wasn't a new piece of code. It was a direct reminder about the psychological toll of holding this asset through years of extreme market darkness. So in this video, we are stepping away from the numbers to talk about the reality of being an XRP holder, the relationships we build, and how financial success completely rewrites personal dynamics. So let's get right into what's happening. So why is a top XRP validator talking about the darkest days? To understand why this message matters, you have to understand who it's coming from. Vet isn't just a random retail trader hyping up a token for quick gains. As an XRPL validator, he is one of the key entities helping to maintain the integrity and security of the entire ledger. So when he speaks, people listen. His post on X here was incredibly direct. He stated that once the market sentiment changes, he emphasized that it absolutely will. Holders must not forget the names of those who stood by them during the absolute darkest periods of the XRP journey. Now, here's my opinion. I find this incredibly powerful. Holding XRP hasn't just been a financial investment. For many, it has been a psychological test. You tell your friends, your family, or your co-workers about the utility of the XRP ledger, and you get laughed at or called crazy because the price stays flat while speculative meme coins pump. Vet is reminding us that the psychological weight we carry right now is real. When the tide finally turns, the people who didn't mock you, the people who listened to the data instead of the noise, those are the connections that actually matter. Now, how is the inner circle of the community responding to this reality? The moment Vet posted this, the comment section lit up with some of the biggest names in the ecosystem. An XRPL contributor known as UnknownDLT immediately reached out, saying that they will all end up being real-world friends when this is over. Another community member, Brian Troiano, echoed this, stating he expects many online digital connections to transform into deep real-world relationships. Now, here's my opinion. This highlights a unique phenomenon. The prolonged uncertainty around XRP has acted like a forge, melting away the weak hands and leaving behind what I can only describe as a digital brotherhood and sisterhood. So as a market observer, I see this in every major market cycle. Prolonged suppression creates unmatched unity among the survivors. The people you interact with on X every day aren't just avatars. They are the people sharing the exact same risk profile as you. Now, should we forgive the people who left when things got tough? Not everyone in the community views this upcoming sentiment shift with total optimism. A popular account, Matrix Decoded, brought up a very realistic point. They ask whether the people who turn their backs on the community or actively criticize holders during the low points should automatically be welcomed back once success arrives. Now, here's my opinion. This hits home for a lot of people. It is very easy for critics to jump back on the bandwagon once the regulatory clarity is 100% finalized and the utility is undeniable. But as a market observer, I agree that rebuilding those broken bridges isn't always straightforward. True conviction is proven when the sentiment is on the floor, not when the asset is hitting all-time highs. It's a classic human behavior. Everyone wants a seat at the table when the food is served, but very few want to help cook in the kitchen. Now, why should you reconcile with loved ones before the wealth arrives? Another community member, JP, took Vet's concept even further by offering some profound personal advice. He urged holders to actively try to repair and reconcile relationships with friends and family right now before any significant financial gains occur. Now, here's my opinion to that. This is perhaps the smartest piece of advice I've read all year. Sudden financial success changes your personal dynamics completely. If you try to fix a relationship with someone after you've made significant gains, there will always be a lingering doubt about their true motives. But if you mend those bonds today, while you are still navigating the market uncertainty, the relationship remains pure. Wealth should amplify your life, not complicate your inner circle. Now, when you zoom out and look at the entire discussion sparked by Vet right here, it becomes clear that the community views the current market condition as temporary, but the network of people they've built as permanent. My perspective as a market observer is that we are witnessing the final stages of psychological shakeout. The market is testing the emotional endurance of retail holders. The fact that top validators and contributors are shifting their focus to loyalty and long-term commitment tells me that the foundational belief in the technology is rock solid. They aren't worried about the ledger failing. They are preparing for the social reality of winning. And finally, here's our overall conclusion. The true value of the XRP journey might not just be the final balance in your digital wallet. It is the grit, the discipline, and the community you build along the way. Market sentiment is cyclical. It moves from extreme fear to extreme greed. But true loyalty cannot be bought or traded on an exchange. So keep your eyes on the data. Appreciate the people who are riding this wave with you right now, and remember who stood by you when the night was darkest. And this finally ends our video. Thank you very much for watching, and see you on the next one, or you might just as well check this next recommended video right here.